Vanessa Simpkins here. Welcome to this video about how to know thyself so you can really love yourself. And here's why it's so important for you, especially if you're an entrepreneur who's like following all the gurus' information and following all the systems and, oh my God, struggling and fighting against, I don't want to do it like this, but this is what they tell me I have to do. And this could also relate to you in your relationships. So here's what I've discovered. I've been so lit up and inspired by a conversation with a fellow colleague this afternoon. And we're both part of a really high-end mastermind program. And, you know, online marketing has really been about following this guru's formula. Okay. And I'm here to tell you to unsubscribe. All right. You know those easy buttons? It's like easy button. My button says unsubscribe. And in the last 4 years, I've unsubscribed from a lot of the stress, the bullshit, the nonsense, the have to do's, the do it this way, the follow the leader, the patriarchy, the Louis Vuitton bags. This is what success looks like. I'm here to tell you none of that matters. And as we move forward into the future, into this new earth or the 5D world or moving from 3D to 5D or whatever the fuck you want to call it, I don't really give a shit, okay? There's one thing that you really need. And it's not follow Vanessa Simpkins' formula or that guru's formula or the government's formula to tell you what's healthy for you. The government's going to tell you what's healthy for you? Really? Or the political party knows what's best for you? No, you know what's right for you. Your intuition will take you everywhere you want to be. Now, the problem, and this is going back to the whole title of this video, how to know thyself so that you can really love yourself. Until you really know thyself, who you are at your core, your strengths, how you operate energy, who you're really here to be, you're going to give your power away to external people, the gurus, the government, the political parties, all the other bullshit, to tell you what you need to be doing. That ain't it, folks. Unsubscribe. Now, I gotta tell you, since I've been diving into the realm of, for the last 4 years in my life, looking at who am I really? What do I really stand for? What's right for me? Now we're in like Aries North Node here for the next year. Okay, I'm recording this video. It's December 2023. And the North Node is like our karmic destiny. And it's in Aries. It's of the self. It's the warrior in the self. It's what's right for me. And the whole planet is going through this right now. How are you going to know what's right for you if you're being conditioned by the patriarchy, or you're being conditioned by trauma, or you're being, that's what trauma says to do. This is the way I've always done it. This is what my family expects of me. This is what society expects from me. This is what, I got to have 12 Louis Vuitton bags in order to be successful. Let's sit outside buck naked, tanning on my freaking back deck with my 200-foot tall trees. Check the box, man. That's success for Vanessa Simpkins. Just saying. I don't need $1 million a month. That's not success for me. Peace, creativity, beauty, nature, vulnerable, wise soul sisters and love leaders, community. Check the box on success for me. My health, check the box. And everything else, unsubscribe. I just had a radical conversation with one of my colleagues and discussing this very thing. And he's like, you're right. You're right. Thank you so much. How to know thyself so that you can actually really love yourself and tune into your own internal guidance. Not what they expect from you. Not as this is a coping strategy. This is how I always behaved in my family. This is what I did to perform, to earn love, to earn belonging. Get fucked, unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. Work yourself to the bone so you're stressed out. Unsubscribe, man. You don't need any of that. Now, okay? That's for me. I'm talking about myself here. And I love helping people. I love peeking into their human design chart. I love peeking into their astrology chart, looking at different typology, looking at healing trauma, looking at what their body is saying, and helping them really own their intuitive faculty. Because I believe that really is the way forward here, folks. We've all seen what happens when we give our power away outside of ourselves. Disaster, suffering, grief, sickness. That's not the way forward. And how are you going to love yourself unless you really know yourself? You're going to be basing it off of them. And I'm going to talk to you about business here for a second because, I have made millions of dollars in my career. I don't have to prove anything to anyone anymore. People are like, you should write another book. I'm like, go fuck yourself. Unsubscribe. I've already written 2 books. I'm bored. You write a book. You're talking to me about yourself. I don't have to write another book. I've already written 2 books. Not interested. Boring. That's not it. Don't have anything left to prove. So what do you want to do? I love helping people know thyself so that you can really own that and love yourself. I love it. I'm really, really, really good at it too. And it's taken 4 years of unsubscribing from all kinds of things to get here. Loss of identity, burning things down that were created through the lens of trauma, through the lens of coping mechanisms, that's just what they taught me how to do. That's how I behaved in my family. You see, I have this theory that the pandemic has shot a gun, it triggered a mass collective midlife crisis. I'm going to talk to you about this 3 stages of initiation for a minute. And I don't care if you're being initiated into motherhood, entrepreneurship, you're being initiated into a shaman, you're into a healer. I don't care. Just Joseph Campbell's hero's journey, whatever. Initiation, point final, c'est tout, has 3 stages. Number 1, the separation. COVID was a separation. Number 2, the second stage is the liminal in between. I don't know what the fuck is gooning goo goo going on. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to lick my wounds. I'm going to try to figure this out. And the third stage is the rebirth, the reintegration. That's where we're at collectively. Humankind is in the rebirth. How do we want to create this new earth? We're trying to reintegrate into, as this new awakened consciousness. And the stages of initiation for Carl Jung's process of something called individuation, his term of enlightenment, something that happens at midlife, where we where a part of our soul actually comes online in a much deeper way. That's a simple way of explaining it. I'm going to try and find the words, but what I've discovered is that it's not just happening at midlife, because many of the people that I communicate with, not just women either, men as well, have gone through this awakening process. And women in their 30s, men in their 30s, not just people at 45 in their midlife, but typically the midlife crisis, okay, happens in your midlife, where you start to really reassess things that you've created and the meaning, and you're after a much more deep and rich and mystical and meaningful life. And there's a few things that usually kick this off. One is loss, grief, a death, a loss of a job, identity, a move, or an invasion of the collective unconscious. Fascinating. I could check the box on all of those. And thus begins the process of retrieving the parts of your soul that have been lost, being conditioned by the patriarchy, by the trauma from your past, by, ding, 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 ding. Unsubscribe. I'm telling you what, somebody send me an unsubscribe button. Okay, if anybody knows that there one exists or can make me an unsubscribe button, please send me one, because I'm going to make some fun videos with fucking unsubscribe. If you ever wanted to take your power back now, lovers, the best thing you can do for yourself is know yourself and truly love yourself. Because then nobody and nothing can condition you. Nobody and nothing can take your truth away from you. You're not doing it for likes or for approval or for validation. You're simply showing up because it's the truth and it's right for you. And that will lead you everywhere you want to go. So if that's interesting for you, I'm going to drop some links here below this video. There's several ways to work with me. I've been doing just amazing readings for people that I absolutely love. I love what we discover. There's a new course that I have coming out now as well called The Next Evolution of You. And it's all about awakening. It's about radical reinvention. It's about how to know thyself so you can truly love thyself. And take your power back now, 7.0 lovers. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, share it with a friend, and I will see you real soon.